guess that's the way to get your attention. I guess that's the way to do it. You know, all right. So shalawam, right? Shalawam. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, right? The God of the Hebrews and those that trust in him. The God that we fear, because that's the beginning of wisdom. Salutations to the 1/3 and the 144. 1/3 out of every people, tongue, and nation, and 12,000 out of each tribe of the nation of Israel. All the way from Judah all the way down to Issachar. So as I'm sitting right here, right? I don't know what this guy doing with his phone. He's doing something. As I'm sitting right here, right? I was scrolling through YouTube. I'm still a couple hours early from my my appointment with the Griffos over here. And I was going to YouTube and I came across a couple brothers going into the graven images, man. And, you know, that's a topic to always go into. And I'm like, well, let me just do a video on it, man, because I remember a while back, I did a video on this already talking about the graven images. And it all started out with these images of, you know, Caesar Borgia, which we know the Lord is not a so-called white man. We know in Revelation it says his feet is bronze and his hair is wool. So we know he's a man of complexion. We know he's a man of dark skin, right? So we know from that concept that that's the first layer that they try to lie to the people by painting him as a so-called white man. That's the first deception right there, right? The skin color. But what's even more deeper, the second layer, is our own people painting complexion of him. And even though he might have the complexion mentioned in the Bible, written in the Bible, yet we're told not to make any images. You know, if you go to Deuteronomy, it pretty much talks about that, man. All throughout the Bible, the Lord is telling our people not to make a graven image of him, because he's not something that can be looked at or say, oh look, this is this, or that is that, or this is that, and this is this. It's not something that we can like put an image on. And so that's the second layer that our people went to, as far as what they did to lie to our people, you know, make these complexions. And it's off. It's wrong, man. See, a lot of you guys in these camps, right? You're going off in so many major ways, man. Yeah, the brothers talk about the new covenant, the new covenant. The new covenant is important, though. You know, even at this stage, you still got a lot of guys out there that still don't understand about the new covenant, man. And that's bullshit. Because if you know about the scripture, you know the new covenant is here. And you got brothers like me and other brothers out there putting our life on the line to actually stand up for this, right? And a lot of guys out there denying it, man. So a lot of you elders are going to be destroyed, man. A lot of you elders are going to be going to hell through this Jacob's trouble, man. Why? Because you didn't stand up for the Lord when he was telling you to stand up for him. Rather, you love your gold and your silver, man. Rather, you loved your high seats. Rather, you love being called a man, rabbi. You see what I'm saying? All these things that are carnal, that's what you guys like, man. But when it comes to the spiritual, y'all don't have it, man. That's why you guys do deny what the scripture says, because you don't have it in the spiritual. Therefore, if you don't have it in the spiritual, you're going to try to twist that. And what you're going to try to do is try to cover the spiritual with the carnal, man, because you don't have what you're supposed to have. Therefore, you're trying to mimic having that by the carnal, which the carnal can never even come close to the spiritual, man. That's why the Lord said your money perish with you. You see what I'm saying? The love of it is what leads to too much evil, man. Money is a defense. But that's besides the point, though. Going back to what I'm saying. There's no graven image you can put on the Lord. Now, all these different images and these different faces that we look to, these are only faces that we can look at. But they're not the face, they're not the true face of the Lord of hosts, or whom some would say Christ, or whom some would say Hamashiach. That's not the true face of him, man. Rather, that's something we can look to. It's kind of like this, right? It's like Moses, right? what's it called, man? We couldn't look to the Lord face to face, so we looked to Moses, and it even said that his face was glowing when he came up that mountain. So that was like an intercessor for us in that time when we were in the wilderness, came out of Egypt. So how much more in this time, right? The Lord, he put his son as an intercessor for us, so we can go to him to get to the Lord. All these graven images that these guys have made from the past all the way to now is not the true image of the Lord, man. And that has to be rebuked. All that shit is going to be destroyed any fucking ways, man. The scripture said we're going to see him as he is. So we're proof that these guys are the Pharisees is that they're not standing up for that. They're not telling these guys to get rid of these graven images, whether it's the image of Caesar Borgia or it's the image of so-called Hamashiach, which his complexion is his complexion, but we're not supposed to make any graven image of him because he's not an image or he's not a man. He's beyond that. He's beyond anything that we can see. So that's what lets you guys know that these guys are the Pharisees, man. You know, and the new covenant too. You know, that's something that can never be old news, man. That's always something new. Because that's something that's here. You see what I'm saying? So these are things that we got to keep in mind, man, when it comes to these images. We're supposed to look at the Lord that he's a spirit. That's what we become like him. You know, all brothers look different when it comes to the physical, but we're becoming like him because we're becoming like his image, his true image, which is the spiritual, man. So we're not seeing each other as physical, we're seeing each other as spiritual, a part of the body, whatever part of the body you're in. So anyways, with that, man, it's gonna be straight. I'm gonna make this short and quick and easy, man. We're not supposed to make any graven image of the Lord. Hey, with that, shalawam.